In this video, we're going to be looking at the laws of logs. So just like with indices and surds, we have laws that we can use to simplify logarithms, help us to solve them and help us to do some fun algebra and be really maths geeky people about it. It's awesome. So these are the three main laws. And you'll notice we need to have the same base. Doesn't matter what the base is as long as they're the same. If we're adding, then you can multiply. If they're subtracted, you can divide. And if it's raised to the power, it comes down as multiplied before. These work both ways as well. If we have a division, we can split it up into takeaways. Here we have the special cases. So clearly, a to the power of 1 is a. So if the base and this are equal, then this is going to equal 1. A to the power 0, anything raised to the power 0 is equal to 1. And this is a special way of looking at this law, that if we have 1 over x, then we're going to get x to the power of minus 1. And then when you bring that down to the front, it's just negative log of x. Take a moment just to read through what's on this page. We're going to look at some examples next. So take some notes and then unpause the video. So looking at this, log to the base 2 of 64, well, that's 6. But we can also look at the other side here. We know that log to the base 2 of 32 is 5. Log to the base 2 of 2 is 1, so we get 6. And you can see if we work through the right-hand side and then test it on the left, we're going to get the right answer. So 3 to the power of 5 does equal 243. 5 to the power of 3 does equal 125. And you can check these on your calculator. So that's the multiplication law. Let's have a look at the division. And we can work through each one. And you see, if you look at the right-hand side, it makes the left-hand side. These are equal. They're the same. Okay, they work. It's maths. It's a law. And the last one with the raising to the power. Log to the base 2 of 8 is 3, so we get 3 times 3, giving us 9. And 2 to the power of 9 is 512. Again, you can check them on your calculator. You can see it is the same thing. So what sort of questions might we get? So, can you write this as a single logarithm? Well, yes, I can. They have the same base. There we go. Nice and easy. Your turn. There we go. You can use your calculators to do the 12 times 4 or the 5 times 25, just making sure you're getting them right. Okay. What about with the takeaway? Yeah, no problem. It's just a division. And I can actually do that division as well to make it even simpler. Same on the other side, your turn. There we go. Onwards. What about this? Well, we can start by raising them to the power. Then we can do the multiplication. 3 squared times 2 to the power 3. Well, 3 squared is 9. 2 to the power 3 is 8. And then we've got something much simpler than we started with. Try the other side. There's actually 2 ways you can go about this one. There we go. So we can treat it as a takeaway. So we end up dividing one side by the other. Or we can think of this as negative 4, so a half to the power of negative 4, and then this becomes an addition, so we multiply. Depends on how your brain works, which one you find easier. They both get to the same place because it's maths and it's a law, so it works. If you apply the laws correctly, it will always work. This one looks a bit different, doesn't it? We don't have a log. This is just a number. There's no function acting on this 3. So we can't simplify this as it is. But what we can do is think, well, what would it have been if it had have been log to the base 3? Well, we'd had to have had log to the base 3 of 27, because that's 3 cubed. That gives us the answer 3. So we're solving this equation. 3 is the answer. So we want to be doing 3 cubed equals x to find this x. And that gives us log to the base 3 of 324. Have a think about this one. What could it be? Yes. We need to put in 256 there. So log to the base 2 of 256 equals 8. 2 to the power 8 goes in there. So it's just this base to the power of this base to the power of this. And then we can use our multiplication law. Some multiple choice for you. How much do you understand? Remember, do the working out in your notebook and then answer the question. Here's some questions for you to try. Try a selection and the answers. Pause here so you can check your work. We can also get slightly confusing questions. So here it's saying P equals log to the base A of x, Q equals log to the base A of y, and R equals log to the base A of z. So write the following in the terms P, Q and R. So it's wanting us to separate it out into separate logarithms. So we can start off by undoing the multiplication and putting it back into addition. And then we bring the powers down, because we've only just got x here. So this is 2 log A x, which then would be 2p. Log A y, well that's q, and then this one is 3 of what log A z is, so 3r. Try this one for yourself. And there's the answer. And the working out. Make sure you're always showing your working out, especially when you're doing these examples, because then you'll have really good notes to look back on. So here we've got one with division. So we do the same again. Split it up so it's a subtraction. Bring the powers down and then substitute in the P, Q and R that we're given. Your turn. And hopefully that's what you got as well. Making sure you're showing all your working out, especially in your notes and exams. Another one, slightly different. We can simplify this again because we've got log A of A. Well, that's just 1. So this becomes P minus 4. Your turn. Excellent. Some multiple choice to try. Make sure you're doing the working out in your notebooks and then answer the questions. And here's some questions for you to try. Here's the answers. Very, very importantly, these are not laws of logs. This is These are common mistakes that people make. Check that you understand why you can't do this. We're going to look in particular at the last one just now. So if you have log of 49 and log of 1/7, you can't just take away the logs because that's a function. It's not something that can be divided by. It's a function happening to the numbers. We can, however, rewrite 49 as 7 squared and 1/7 as 7 to the power of -1. Then we can use our power law. And now log of 7 is the same as log of 7, and that's a factor of 2 log 7. So we can divide top and bottom by log 7 and simplify this to just get -2. Have a look at your example. See if you can figure that one out. So they can both be written with a base 2. And hopefully that's what you got as well. Let's try these multiple choice questions. See if you've understood. Do the working out in your notebook and then answer the questions. And here's an exercise for you to practice and the answers. Thank you very much. And that was the laws of logs.